Hey, what's up, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Kayla, and today we're going to be ranking / reviewing the newest looks from New York Fashion Week. Hey guys, hello, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I have donned my most high fashion look I could put together in honor of New York Fashion Week. So last week was New York Fashion Week 2022. I'm still really excited to sort of dive into this and review some collections. I tried to stay away from the household name, very popular fashion brands, so like Anne Klein or Kate Spade or Michael Kors or Calvin Klein or whatever. So we're not going to be looking at their stuff, but we're going to be looking at some smaller designer brands. I have collections pulled up on the New York Fashion Week website, so I'm excited to go through these. I'll leave this link down below if you guys want to check out more. There are so many designers either presenting or having fashion shows this past week. If we wanted to do them all, we'd be here for a week and a half. So I just narrowed it down a little bit, but I guess before we jump into the video, don't forget to subscribe down below. It's totally free, and I'll let you know when I upload new videos, which is every single Wednesday. I upload fashion-related content every single week. So let's jump right on in. All right, so I got my notebook here, and I'm gonna just like take some notes. I want to be able to sort of concisely articulate how I'm feeling about these pieces. I'm going in blind. I have not like sat down and looked at any of these collections. I briefly clicked on the link to open it, so I saw like glimpses, but I have not looked at any of them. Editing Kayla just popping on really quickly to give a brief disclaimer. As a reminder, fashion is completely subjective, and these are just my opinions. If you guys like some of the pieces I don't, I am not meaning to offend you in any way, shape, or form. I think all of these designers are obviously incredibly talented, and I wish I could create like an eighth of the things that they make. So I'm just offering some critique on pieces of clothing that I would wear and what I wouldn't. Also, I am aware that like a lot of this is like high fashion and like not meant to be worn or isn't generally worn by the general public, but I did want to just go through some of the collections and share some of my thoughts with you guys, so I hope you enjoy. Also, remember, opinions are fluid and subject to change, so maybe in a year from now I will look back on this and totally disagree with everything I'm saying. Maybe next week I'll look back and totally disagree with what I'm saying, but these were the opinions the day that I filmed this video, so I hope you guys will sit back and enjoy my opinions. Yeah, anyway, all right, back to the video. Okay, so I'm going to start with Social Work. I love this brand. I feel like they have a quirky, like sort of streetwear type of piece. So it says here, taking inspiration from my artist friend's living room, Social Work's Fashion Week 2022 collection is a conversation of self-identity within one's own space. And it also says lower down that they're playing with 70s prints and silhouettes, which if you guys saw the trends video that I did, which you can check out up here, I talked about how 70s is expected to come back in full force. So I'm excited to see what they have going on. Yeah, I mean, right off the bat, I love this second look. Oh my gosh. The first look for me feels a little bit more streetwear, though I do love the sort of delicate sort of mesh almost lace look to this look. But this second outfit, this dress, it's incredible. It's so beautiful. I love the length. I love the collar. I love the floret detail. I love the sleeve length as well. And also, I think it's really cool to be pairing pants under them. If you guys follow, I think it's Elise Bush here on YouTube or over on Instagram, she does the long dress pant look so well. She has a more bohemian sort of style, and I think it works really well for this, but this feels beautiful and very, very classic. And I just love the neutral tones in this look as well. This look as well, leather on leather. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Yeah, I love this collection. I love the colors. This feels like a collection. Sometimes designers come out with like a bunch of stuff and it doesn't feel like a collection. This feels like a collection, and this feels like a collection that the everyday person like you or I could wear. It's not groundbreaking by any means, but it's a beautiful collection nonetheless, and I'm sure the quality, it looks high quality. Obviously you can't tell until you touch it, but it looks really high quality, and I love the pink and browns together. And yes, this beautiful warm cream color. Also the shoes. Oh, this one's different. This one feels really different from the rest of the collection so far. This feels sort of 70s meets Y2K a little bit, with this like bra top with the sort of belt buckle, like the leather belt buckle straps. I think this is a really cool look. This feels very contemporary and like modern and sort of young, whereas the other pieces I think could feel young, but they also very much feel like the everyday woman could wear them, like the very mature everyday woman, whereas this feels sort of young and flirty and whatever. I don't love these shoes. Not my favorite, but overall this is a really cool look. Okay, so I see they're playing with those 70s prints in this half of the collection. This is cool. I'm not the biggest jumpsuit person, but yeah, I mean, I think that's cool enough. I love this look, this sort of monochrome look that's playing with texture. I can't tell, but it looks almost like the shirt might be either latex or leather. I saw in a recent article that it was saying latex is the new leather, and I don't know, man. Latex is sweaty. It is sticky and sweaty and not my favorite, so I don't know that I'll be wearing latex anytime soon. Unless, I mean, this does look really high quality, so like maybe this is different, but I don't know if latex is for me. And I love how the skirt looks a bit quilted as well. I really do like this a lot. Okay, so I'm going to back out of this collection. I think there's still a few more pieces that I haven't seen, so I'm just going to look over them really quickly. This is a cool jumpsuit. This is a cool jumpsuit. Now, I can't see everyone being comfortable wearing something like this because of the shape in the leg, but I think it's really cool. It sort of billows out a little bit around the knee, and I think it looks really, really interesting. I love this so, so much. This is my favorite look. This is my favorite look. Holy mother of pearl. That coat. I would buy that right now if I had however much this cost, probably like $3-4 grand or something. Wow, that coat is gorgeous. The pleating, the color, the brooch looking button, like the very big clunky button on the front, and then paired with these pants. This is just so 70s, so my vibe at the moment. I love this so much. I really, really like this collection overall. Yeah, it's a cool mixture of really funky prints and patterns, and also bright and vibrant colors, as well as just really good staple classics and good solid neutral colors, browns, blacks, and creams. And I think that this is a collection that has something for everyone, the more adventurous person in terms of fashion, and then the person who wants to have just really nice staple classics that maybe feel a bit more quote-unquote safe, but are just absolutely beautiful and high quality. So yeah, I really love this. I've always been a big fan of social work, so I feel like this might be one of my favorites. I think I'm going to rate everything at the end, because I think it's hard to rate as you go along. I'm going to look at everything and then rate it. So really like it. I think this is going to be a really like a top contender for me. Okay, up next we have From Where. So they have a ton of stuff, so I'm going to try to breeze through this because I just don't think I'm gonna have the time to sit and dissect every single outfit. So I'll dissect a few outfits as we go along, but I'm gonna just sort of breeze through it just from glancing at the collection as an overview. It's very cohesive, lots of neutrals. Once again, we have creams, we have sort of olive greens, different variations of army green as well, blacks, browns, grays, and then purple hues that lean a little bit like purpley gray. So let me just start going through these one by one. I love this outfit. This second outfit is really cool. It almost feels a little bit futuristic, actually. I know like vacation vibes were a big thing for this year, but I'm also feeling like space is also kind of coming back around this year, and I think that was also a trend for last year that people were predicting. So this is beautiful too. Like a ton of classic silhouettes. Like this would be a light academia outfit, this outfit right here. Yeah, I love that. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I don't like the cropped hoodie thing. It's not my favorite. I also don't really like that jumpsuit. This is the one I was the most excited for, this top here. I think this top is actually really beautiful. Now, I don't generally go for a top that's that cropped, but those sleeves. I've always been a sucker for a good sleeve moment, and whew, that is beautiful. And I love that it's a turtleneck as well. It's definitely sort of balancing out the heaviness of the top, where it's really heavy in the sleeve, so it made it really heavy around the neck as well, and then it's balanced out with it being so cropped, I think. So yeah, I think this is a beautiful outfit. Love that dress. It's very much like in sync with the pinafore trend of the cottagecore girlies. I love that green color. Green is having a moment. It has been for the last couple of years. This is a cool outfit too. And I think the beanie really makes it, actually. I really love this coat. It's like a very dark green, and I love how it looks. And I also love that the lining is like a sort of bronzy satin. It's really pretty. I have a jacket just like this from the 80s. My mom recently gave it to me. It's one of her leather jackets from the 80s. But this just feels so shiny. Like, it doesn't feel like real leather. This is what I'm meaning. Like, it looks so shiny, it almost looks like latex to me. I cannot tell. That's cool. I actually quite like that. I do not like that jacket at all. I like the purple fur coat that we just went past. This is beautiful. I don't know if it's real fur. It's possible it is. It's just dyed. I don't know. I feel like it probably is because it's a high-end designer. I personally don't buy real fur products brand new. It's just like my own thing. I don't have any judgment towards people who do. It's just not like something I feel really comfortable with. So I don't generally do that, but the coat itself is absolutely beautiful, and I love this color. I think that lavender is going to be having a comeback this year as well. I don't like this one. To be honest, it just feels like confusing or confused. Yeah, it's not my favorite. Alright, well, I think this is a really interesting collection. I think they have some really strong pieces, some that are a bit confused or confusing. Global fashion collective that supports talent throughout the world. GFC produces runway shows in fashion capitals with the aim of accelerating global development, increase media visibility, and create opportunities. This season's designers include Nolo from Mexico, Sanjukta Studio from India, and From Where from Korea. That's actually really, really cool. So this is From Where, and they're from Korea. Interesting. Okay, so as for this collection, I would give From Where like probably like a mid-tier score. It's not my favorite, but there are some really standout pieces. Like this black top here, I think is absolutely gorgeous. This coat, beautiful. I also really liked this outfit. So yeah, I mean, there are definitely some standout pieces, but overall the collection is not my favorite. This is a gorgeous dress as well. I would buy that right now. So I think it's gonna get probably like mid-tier. Next we're gonna go with Anna Sui. So I think that's how you say it, and I'm so sorry if I'm saying that wrong. But Anna Sui is one of New York's most beloved and accomplished fashion designers, known for creating contemporary original clothing inspired by spectacular moments of research into vintage styles and cultural arcana. You can kind of see a preview from the little slide at the very top. This collection, I'm not gonna lie to you, very cool. Very, very cool. It's super unique. It feels a little bit grunge. I love that there's fun, sort of like handmade looking moments as well. So we'll start with this. I love the androgynous styling here. This just feels so rocker. I love it so much. These really cool colors in the suit with the, like, again, latex or leather pants. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think it is? Do you think it's leather or latex? I feel like leather makes more sense, but I feel like it is latex. It's just so shiny. I've never had a leather that's that shiny unless it was fake. Love the shoes. This is a cool, very like street style type of feel. I love that that coat reminds me of Burberry. Really interesting. And it's also playing with that sort of twee fashion with the sort of short striped skirt and the purple tights. Really interesting. I like that dress. That's really pretty. See, now that looks like real leather. That coat to me looks like real leather. See, that looks different. I don't know. Yeah, really cool. Just really unique. I love this with like the granny squares, the crocheted set. Actually, I would wear that set. Very cute. This is giving me Olivia Newton-John vibes. So interesting. It's not my favorite look, but it's definitely interesting. It's so funny because this look feels very classic, but sort of funky. This just feels like outer space meets 70s. Like space hippie. Honestly, I kind of dig that look. Yeah, and then this looks like I'm out at a rave. It's so interesting. And somehow it all does feel cohesive. Love this look. This collection is screaming 70s. I feel like there's a theme happening here. I love this look. Oh my gosh, do you think that tie is connected to the collar? That looks cool. I love the mixed prints. It's so fun and busy. I love, love, love this. Love the colors as well. This one too. I love the skirt with the tights. That's beautiful. The model is gorgeous as well. I don't like this one as much. Is this the same one from before? That houndstooth coat or vest or whatever it is, not my favorite. Not into that one either. This one's cool. Sort of tonal, almost monochromatic. I mean, tell me that doesn't remind you of Xenon. Do you guys remember that movie? That Disney Channel original movie? That just gave me Xenon vibes. And it doesn't help with like the Twilight Zone sort of spiral in the background. I'm liking the knitted sets. I'm seeing that's like a big thing in this collection. Clearly they do a lot with like knitwear. That's a pretty dress. This is very 60s, very twee, sort of Wes Anderson styling. If you take off the sort of tiger print vest, I think maybe it is. That one's cool. All of this feels very like rocker Avril Lavigne in some way, shape, or form, regardless of whether it also feels 70s or sort of classic or ravish. It all sort of has an underlying sort of pop punk feeling to it, I think. Okay, this is definitely not my favorite. It's probably going to be on the lower end of the spectrum, but there are definitely, again, some standout pieces. I really like this outfit a lot. Actually, I really like the ones with the ties a lot, but you guys know I have a thing for ties. Like, I do really like ties in my outfits. Yeah, this one is probably my favorite look out of this collection. So yeah, not my favorite. It's super creative though. You have to give her that. And I can easily find specific pieces that I would pull out of this collection and want to add to my wardrobe. Maybe like this jacket, for example, this whole set. So maybe I wouldn't wear the outfits as they're styled on the runway, but most of the time, most people don't do that anyway. Up next, we have Tadashi Shoji. And again, oh, this is a massive collection. So many of these are massive collections. This is a cool look. I like how it's styled. I like the idea of blazer dresses. It's not something I think I probably wear just purely because I like a longer dress or skirt. But if like I decided I wanted to invest in like a shorter dress, which I do have a couple in my wardrobe at the moment, but I think it could look really cool. I also think I struggle with the idea of like walking and then it like sort of flying open, maybe a little bit like a wrap skirt or something. But it's really pretty. This is gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. I love the velvet. It also does kind of remind me of like what girls who wore Juicy Couture tracksuits would wear as adults. That's kind of what this serves me. A little bit. This as well. A little bit. I don't know why, but it just is making me feel that way a little. This is a stunning jumpsuit. Imagine being like a businesswoman walking into a business meeting in this, just like, hello, I'm here and I'm ready to earn all of the money. This is cool too. I could see wearing this to like an event or something. You look very fashion forward. I love the massive plumage of fabric up at the top with the ruffles. Very, very pretty. This too, one shoulder tops became really popular maybe a year or two ago. So cool to see this back on there. This is a perfect cocktail dress. You could wear this to any sort of event that requires one. This as well. Any of these I think you could probably wear to a wedding. Very cute. Love this. So pretty. Oh my gosh. The lace details and like the sort of, they're almost less lace and more applique. The applique details are just beautiful. And the ruching of the fabric is so wonderfully placed to like highlight the perfect places to sort of enhance confidence. I really love this one. This is giving me Poison Ivy vibes. Beautiful. Ooh, that neck like sort of shawl cover thing. Oh my gosh. That's gorgeous. Clearly I like a good fanciful collar moment. That is beautiful. I love that. Beautiful. Love this. I love that it's playing with the sort of mesh details. It makes you feel very youthful and young. Yeah, oh my gosh. These dresses are just gorgeous. That's beautiful. Oh my, pretty, 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 pretty. Yeah, I mean, basically what I'm getting from this is lots of applique, lots of glitz and glam, and like pearl and sort of rhinestone details are looking really popular. That's a cool top. That feels like a superhero or a supervillain could wear that top. And then here you go. Another superhero type of James. This is like what a James Bond woman would wear, I feel. Yeah, beautiful dresses. This is cool. like the sort of capey, almost train-like details. Yeah, I love all of like the bright greens and sort of magenta, purpley pink colors, the vibrant blues. This is a really beautiful collection. This is obviously not a everyday wear type of collection, but a more formal wear collection. So it says this label launched in 1982 after noting the lack of options for occasion dressing. Yeah. So almost 40 years later, women worldwide continue to seek out his designs for an impeccable fit, trademark ease, and modern sense of femininity. I would 100% agree. I think this is a beautiful collection. This is definitely going to be like a top tier collection for me. La Pointe is a color-driven luxury brand known for making statements with bold monochromatic palettes with head-to-toe sets that embrace a simple, effective empowerment of individual expression. I think you can really see a very clear colorway. As the description said, this particular brand focuses on sort of monochromatic sets, which I think is such a popular thing at the moment. Ever since the pandemic began, I feel like knit sets particularly became really trendy. And now as we're heading back into just like normal life, going back into office spaces, heading back into larger scale events, I think that this could be a really cool way to sort of transition those sort of knit sets into everyday wear that's maybe a bit more dressed up. This one I think is going to be my favorite. This whole look is just absolutely gorgeous. Like how it's styled, and I think it looks incredible. I love this color. First of all, pink is my favorite color, and this is just the most beautiful sort of warm peachy pink almost, and I just think this is absolutely beautiful. I love the sort of long yet cropped trench coat look. So if you can see, there's sort of two layers to this trench. The very top layer is cropped off, and then a second layer is placed underneath it, and I think that looks really cool. Very figure like hugging. I love that a lot. The pants, beautiful, wide leg, big fan. And then it is actually sort of like a mid-rise as opposed to a high-rise, which is what we've been seeing. So, I mean, I'm not necessarily into the mid or low-rise, but these pants are beautiful and look absolutely stunning. It's a nice like bandeau crop top underneath, and you know, you can never have too many bandeau crop tops. They're great for layering it, even if you don't want to wear it just as a top. Yeah, I think these might be the same pants, but more like really cool, interesting pieces. The upside down zipper. Yeah, this is like very cool. Really interesting. Those boots. Wow. Yeah, these to me feel like outfits I could really easily sort of play with those knit sets that everyone was wearing and then transition that into everyday life. And especially I think like things like this jacket really dress this outfit up a lot. Also, monochrome is just classic. It just looks classic and put together. It's an effortless way to look stylish. Yeah, really cool, really cool. Ooh, this is a fun sweater. I love the material they use for these pants, like a satin. They're so beautiful, and I think it looks like all of the pants are made out of that. This looks like corduroy, also really cool. This one's not my favorite. I don't necessarily like the zipper in the front. It's giving me a little bit too much of like a cargo pant vibe. It's an interesting wash. Interesting. See, now I feel like we're moving into a bit more funky. I say that and then we head into this, which is like very basic, very staple. Could be like these pieces individually or together could be worn at any time by any person. These pants look textured, yeah? I don't know if I like it. I think that this brand very clearly has like some really creative visions, and I think that's really cool and very brave. They have some really fashion forward pieces. I love this look. This as well. I think red leather is going to be really popular coming up. Like this sort of maroonish red leather. I think it's beautiful. Also, just in general, we've seen a lot of leather / latex in these collections so far. I love this collection. I think it's fantastic. And it's also like an incredibly realistic collection where I do believe people will be wearing things like this. Sets are great, monochrome, fantastic. And I think that they picked some really beautiful like warm colors. Okay, up next we have Yvonne Louis. Creative director Yvonne Benoit started in fashion at a very young age, working with some of her family members sewing and knitting. After moving to Paris in 2010, they decided to pursue a career in fashion design. So Yvonne Louis' clothes are made to contour a woman's body and known for their exceptional quality and attention to detail. The designs are a blend of French, Caribbean, and Asian cultures. So cool. So this is, again, a really huge one. So I'm going to try to like sort of move a little faster. Cool. Love the cape. Don't love the bodysuit just because like I just don't like bodysuits like that much. But I love the cape looking sort of jacket. I guess it's a jacket, but it's not being worn like one because her arms aren't in the sleeves. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Some of these pieces aren't very realistic. That outfit's cute. That just looks like something a fashion blogger would wear. And then, like, this jacket, really cool, and I can see, like, fashion-forward girlies sort of wearing something like this, or, like, wearing these pieces individually, but I don't necessarily see your everyday person wearing any of that. I think that the pants are really cool. I think that the top/jacket is also really, really cool. I would welcome either of those pieces into my wardrobe, but I think that I would probably find them difficult to style. Whereas, like, this is different. This is fashion forward, but neutral. So I think it would be easier for an everyday person. And then things like this, like, what occasion does someone wear something like this to? You know what I mean? I guess I just don't go to meetings. I don't know. I don't go to meetings. I don't go to parties. So I don't have an occasion to wear these things. I love how architectural these pieces are. I'm going to be honest. I think while they're definitely not something I can see myself wearing on an everyday basis, I think that they're architectural, they're really interesting. I love the way that the fabric sort of moves. I have no idea how this piece of white fabric is defying gravity, but I think it's a really, really interesting collection that plays a lot with angles and sort of fluid shapes. I just don't necessarily think it's like the most my style. Like, I do like this suit a lot, and I think like the shoulders are really interesting. It does give me a little bit of like a Star Trek vibe. Yeah, I mean, this is a cool dress. I wouldn't wear it, but it's cool. Yeah, see, like super architectural and interesting. Love the color scheme. Well, I would say if anything marries these pieces together, it's the shapes of the garments. They all have really similar sort of pointy sleeves, sort of Star Trek, sort of Dune, sort of Loki type of silhouettes. Very sci-fi, interesting sort of silhouettes to them. Love this outfit. Oh my gosh, love this outfit. This I would wear. To the no meetings I go to, I would wear this. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely feel the influences of a lot of different cultures, I think, in these pieces. I think they're really interesting and really cool. I don't think that there's stuff I would generally wear. I also hate this skirt. Not a fan. Love this outfit. The sleeves are incredible. Love that as well. I love that she just looks like a giant cake. That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, this is a really impractical collection, but fashion doesn't have to be practical. That's not really the point. I think it's a really adventurous collection. I think that it's very fashion forward. I think it's very sci-fi in terms of silhouette. Yeah, I think it's cool. I think this is a very mid-range collection for me, not my favorite. And then on to the final collection. We're doing this C+ series. So this says, carrying on the aesthetic of pragmatism, Lou explores the concepts of simplicity while elaborating on the quality of each and every item. The plus is her design approach. The C+ series concept is always poetic and abstract. Lou believes every single piece of clothing should offer the utmost style and create his urban modernist aesthetic for a new millennial woman. Okay, so as we can see, sort of as a brief overview, lots of black. There's only a couple of looks that really have any sort of color in them. So blacks and whites. Looks like some pretty harsh fabrics, but I think this is going to be a cool collection. Yeah, love this dress. Really cool. The shoes are so interesting. And the styling does feel, again, a little bit futuristic. I'm feeling futuristic vibes from a lot of these collections this year. This one too. Really beautiful jumpsuit with the sort of corset top that we've been loving. And then this really interesting, almost peplum going around the waist. Peplums are coming back. How do you guys feel about that? I would love to know. This is such an interesting dress. What I will say though, and this is a bravo for the designer in the sense that like the dress is speaking, but this dress is wearing the woman. The woman is not wearing this dress. Do you know what I mean? This is another moment where it feels almost like the garment is wearing the person as opposed to the person wearing the garment. I'm not like the biggest fan of this. It does give me a little bit of like pinata vibes. It's definitely high fashion. Like this is highbrow, high fashion for sure. This is a cool dress. I mean, that'd be cool to wear to like some sort of event if you had one. I think this is my least favorite collection. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I don't identify with any of these pieces. I mean, this is cool. It feels very rock and roll. This feels like Black Swan. This is probably my favorite look from this collection so far. I think this is a really interesting look, really pretty. I love this skirt. Love these pants. Hate the jacket. No, I don't hate the jacket. No, the jacket's pretty cool. I think I'd wear it, but it is pretty cool actually. It's also high fashion. This is probably the most high fashion collection we're looking at, to be honest. Meaning most of these pieces are not meant to be worn by everyday people. They're made for people to wear them to events. That's a really cool skirt or pair of pants. Cannot tell what that is. And then the leather corset top. Yeah, all right. Well, that's definitely my least favorite that we've looked at. Okay, so overall, I would say that Fashion Week played a lot with 70s, a lot of neutrals, and then a lot of like futuristic type of silhouettes, I think. In terms of the collections that we saw, Social Work, definitely my number one. Probably followed by Tadashi Shoji, then probably La Pointe, probably followed by Anna Sue, then From Where, and then I guess Giovanna, and then C+. So that's my rough order. But overall, I'm really excited to see what fashion is going to look like in the next year. I think that there's a lot of really interesting and unique pieces on the runway. And I also am sort of encouraged by the number of like pieces that everyday people will be able to find versions of, like the fashionistas who are out there who want to dress runway looks but like just cannot afford it. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens in fashion. Let me know what you guys thought. Which of these collections that we reviewed today were your favorite? Again, I'll leave the Fashion Week website linked down below so you guys can check out some more collections. It's not an exhaustive list. I've noticed that there are not a lot of household names on that list either, but you can sign up for their sort of streaming platform. It's free, I think, and you can watch the fashion shows on there. So if you're interested in participating in New York Fashion Week by watching it, you can definitely do that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Next week I will be doing more outfits, I promise. Hopefully next weekend will not be as hectic as this one. But I love you guys so much. Subscribe if you haven't already. I make fashion related content every single week. Normally we're doing a lot of thrifting and a lot of styling of our own outfits, but this week we were just reviewing some new fashion. Yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys, so I love you so much. Don't forget it costs absolutely nothing to be kind, so be kind to yourself and others, and I'll see you next week. Bye.